Good morning, Guardians! Sir Seavies here reporting in live from the tower for Tower Watch News. This is your one-stop for everything you need to know from the Vanguard, the Reef, and from Fellwinter Peak. Thanks for joining us this morning, Guardians. The Vanguard reports that Guardians had a very successful week. The heroic strikes went very well and many enemy leaders were destroyed. The tower is abuzz with stories of your heroic conquests. Oryx, the Taken King, has been destroyed. Once again, the speaker commends Guardians for their effort and for eliminating the threat to humanity. But the fight is never over, Guardians, and as usual, the darkness is pushing back. Once again, the speaker is calling all Guardians to fight. Guardians are being sent to the Cosmodrome with the objective of destroying Axis, the Splicer Priest, in a raid the speaker has codenamed Wrath of the Machine. There are several proposed strategies from elite Guardians, the favorite being the exotic sword Dark Drinker. It is said to be able to deal extra damage to Axis. Alternatively, some Guardians prefer less elegant weaponry, such as the future War Cult rocket launcher, the Warpath. The Vanguard refused to elaborate, commenting that they just want Axis dead. The enemies within the encounter are extremely well fortified, and the Vanguard scouts say to expect many challenges. Commander Zavala has highlighted the priority target for the week. The Vex's undying mind is wreaking havoc inside the Black Garden on Mars. As such, Zavala has granted Guardians additional damage with special weapons. Guardians are urged to exercise caution as enemies are reported as being heavily shielded and excessively aggressive. Additionally, Guardians will be more vulnerable while airborne, and there have been reports that ammo drops are low. Guardians are encouraged to juggle weapons and use ammunition wisely. The Vanguard has once again organized a series of heroic strikes. This week's combat buffs will include an arc weapons burn with increased melee damage. A larger than normal number of enemies have been reported to have shields. Now we have Lady Zecora standing by at the Reef. Give us the good news, Zecora.
Thanks, Sir Seavies. Last week was certainly rewarding for all who tested themselves in the Prison of Elders. Many Guardians received gifts from Varix as a thanks for a job well done. It is being reported that unrest is yet again set upon the Prison of Elders. Varix is issuing a challenge to all Guardians to rise up and beat down the riotous leaders. You'll be up against Taken Archon Kexis the Betrayed, the Taken Vex Seditious Mind, and former Cabal leader Naruisk Servant of Oryx. That's a lot of Taken. More points will be rewarded for precision kills this week, and Catapult will grant Guardians grenade charges more frequently. Be sure to get as many points as possible and stay on Varric's good side. It's been said he likes to capture ghosts and dismantle them. Petra Venge, now acting Regent Commander, will be offering highly paid bounties on Taken across the system. In an interview, Venge stated, "We still have work to do. Every Guardian is needed as the search for the Queen and Prince continue. We pray for their safe and swift return." This is Lady Zecora at the Vestian Outpost. Back to you, Sir Seavies.
Thanks, Zecora. And now on to Smile for Kill Cam for this week's Crucible Updates.
Greetings, Guardians, from your Crucible expert. Now, for 6v6, we have access to Clash and Rift, and accompanying elimination are the modes Skirmish and Rumble Supremacy. I know I'll see you guys in Clash with my Caprice Thing. Many Guardians are relishing in their treasures earned in the Iron Banner, just as Lady Aphrodite disappears from the peak, her last known location being south of the Caspian Sea. Does she bring all of her decorations with her? Where do they go after the Iron Banner? Are they stored somewhere in any event, Lord Shaxx, the Iron Lords, and TWN, thank you for your participation. Crucible bounties have been updated, and Zone Control is available as a featured exercise. In other news, our exclusive rare weapons now rewards for Shaxx's bounties. We are receiving scattered reports of Iron Banner and Trials of Osiris weapons being received through Transmat to Guardians who complete Lord Shaxx's weekly bounties. If these reports are true and the weapons are legitimate, this could put the very valor of these events at risk. The Crucible weapons handler refuses to speak to us. If you receive any of these weapons, We advise you report it to TWN as we investigate. And I'm not allowed to say this, but you should probably keep it and use it too. Right, that's all I got. Back to you, Sir Seavies.
Thank you, Smile. Next up, we have Darragh at Fellwinter Peak. Darragh, I can see it's cold up there. What do you have for us?
Thanks, Sir Seavies. We're glad to report that wolf-related accidents on Fellwinter Peak have dropped over the course of the week. But this doesn't mean that we can let our guard down. Guardians are reminded not to feed the wolves. Unfortunately, the lovely Lady Ephrodite has left us and taken her Iron Banner with her. Hopefully she'll return soon to Fellwinter Peak. Lord Saladin and Shiro 4 are keeping up the pace this week with a number of bounties and assignments for Guardians. The Iron Lord has a very special interest in the Speaker's proposed raid, Wrath of the Machine. Shiro 4 is offering special rewards to Guardians who complete bounties in the Plaguelands. To complete this week's bounties, Shiro is encouraging Guardians to complete 5 public events, use the Iron Lord Battle Axe to defeat enemies, and has special bounties out on the heads of captains and vandals within the Archon's Forge. And like she does every week, Archivist Tyra Karn is offering exclusive Iron Lord artifacts in exchange for completing noble deeds in the Plaguelands. This week she's offering artifacts such as the Memory of Gelion, which will grant Guardians a more detailed radar, the Memory of Tamir, which will confuse enemies into fighting for you, and Memory of Radagast, allowing Guardians to deflect high-power projectiles with their sword and carry more sword ammo. Now this can be a lot of fun in the Crucible. Back to you, Sir Seavies.
In additional news, Vanguard scouts have reported inexplicable outages in security systems for the walls of the last city. Although the cause is unclear, it is speculated that the outages are caused by the influx of storms over the past few months. Scouts remain vigilant, but the Vanguard are certain that the tower and the last city are safe and in good hands. Thanks for tuning in, Guardians. This has been Sir Seavies reporting live from the tower for Tower Watch News. Eyes up, Guardians.